Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Nama saya Muhammad Syamil bin Johar. Saya merupakan bekas pelajar aliran fizik di Kolej Tingkatan Shah Alam. Saya mengambil STPM pada tahun 2018. Guru fizik saya pada waktu itu adalah Puan Sarah. Sekarang saya merupakan pelajar tahun 3 di Universiti Sains Malaysia mengambil kos Mechanical Engineering. Tujuan saya di sini adalah untuk memberi beberapa tips kepada pelajar-pelajar yang bakal mengambil subjek fizik dalam STPM. Saya tahu mungkin tips yang akan saya bagi ini sangat generik dan mungkin selalu didengari oleh guru atau mana-mana penceramah. Tapi apa yang saya boleh cakap adalah tips yang saya akan beri ini saya gunakan suatu STPM dan sehingga saya mengambil degree di Universiti Sains Malaysia dan sehingga kini saya masih menggunakan tips ini. Tips pertama yang saya boleh beri adalah jangan hafal formula. Saya tak nafi yang menghafal formula adalah cara paling mudah dalam menyelesaikan soalan-soalan fizik. Tapi saya rasa lebih baik jika kita cuba faham formula itu. Dan apa yang saya maksudkan dengan faham formula adalah iaitu kita belajar bagaimana teori itu, bagaimana formula itu dibentuk berdasarkan teori apa. Kita cuba belajar teori tersebut dan kita cuba derive balik formula itu berdasarkan teori itu. Dan kalau kita buat macam tu, selalunya kita bukan saja kita akan lebih faham formula itu, kita juga pastinya akan menghafal formula itu sebab kita akan menghadap formula itu berkali-kali. Dan pada yang sama, dan bagi saya ia sangat baik, lebih baik berbanding cuma menghafal formula. Dan tips yang kedua saya boleh beri adalah iaitu kita cuba listkan data-data atau perkara-perkara penting yang ada dalam soalan fizik tersebut. Dan apa yang saya maksudkan adalah sebarang data dan juga kita listkan sebelum kita start, kita analyse soalan tu, kita listkan data-data yang dibagi dan kita tulis apa yang soalan tu hendak. Dan dengan buat demikian, selalunya kita akan dapat figure out formula apa untuk kita guna atau soalan tu daripada subtopik yang mana. Dan ini akan sangat membantu untuk kita menyelesaikan soalan tersebut. Dan tips yang terakhir saya beri adalah kita cuba ajar balik apa yang kita belajar. Dan tak perlu, kita boleh start mengajar balik kepada diri kita sendiri dulu. Kita cuba explain balik dan tengok dan kita cuba faham balik apa yang kita belajar tu. Dan kalau kita rasa kita dah cukup faham dan kita boleh ajar diri sendiri, kita cuba ajar orang lain pula. Kita cuba cari rakan sekelas atau mungkin rakan satu aliran fizik yang lain dan kita cuba ajar balik dan cuba explain balik dan tengok dia faham ke tak kita punya explanation atau apa yang kita cuba ajar tu. Dan kalau dia boleh faham dan dia pun boleh selesaikan soalan, maksudnya kita betul-betul faham apa yang kita belajar sebab kita boleh ajar apa yang kita belajar tu kepada orang lain. Sekian, terima kasih.
Hello everyone, selamat sejahtera. I am a student from Ktesa batch 2021 and here are some tips on studying physics for STPM. So number 1 is to do your own notes. I personally had spent time on doing my own notes after studying a chapter because it really helps in memorizing and understanding a chapter even better. Number 2 is to do a lot of past year questions as revision, because if you do that and you do a lot of exercises, then you can get to know which type of questions that are easily asked in exams. So number 3 is to don't be shy if you have any questions. So if you are having a hard time understanding physics or like what is going on with this formula, then just be brave and be humble to ask your friends or your teachers or even your seniors for help. And lastly, number 4 is to learn from YouTube videos. There's actually a lot of interesting videos and animations online that can really help you in studying physics, and it is less boring as well. So yeah, that is basically some tips on how to study physics for STPM. So I wish you guys all the best in your exams and in everything. So be happy, be strong, be smart, and be grateful. So good luck. Fighting!
Hi, I'm Lim from College Tingkatan 6 Shah Alam, and you can just call me Lim. So what today I will do is I'm going to share with you some tips in scoring STPM physics. Okay, here we start. So the first tip is you have to choose your resources wisely. Okay, so here I recommend you to have some kind of book like this. Okay, the tebal one. So beside the book that your teacher used, so you must have at least extra one book, reference book. Okay, so to let you to see continuously, you can refer continuously. So the next thing I'm going to say is you can also have some reference book. Maybe you can borrow from library if you don't have this kind of thing lah. Okay, you can borrow from our school library. Our school library have one book called The Fundamental of Physics by Harley Days, and this book is quite good for a pre-university student and even for a first-year university student. So you can look through the content that is in our syllabus. Okay, and one more thing is we can also go for the YouTube, okay, MIT OpenCourseWare. You search this, okay, and then you will see some, and then the lecturers that teach the concept, they know what concept is important. Okay, so in STPM, you no need to say that this knowledge is not in our level, so we don't need to learn it. But sometimes if you go further a bit, it can actually help you better understand the basic concepts. So this is what I recommend you to do. Okay, so the next tip is try to make your own notes during the revision or during you understand the theory. Your own notes is very important. So this note is what I did during my STPM life. Okay, this is all about physics. So this is maybe it's STEM 1. Maybe you can see lah. Okay, you can see a bit about it. Okay, how I did this is STEM 2. Okay, so actually you see my notes is not so colorful, but it contains a lot of words, and maybe you can try to use. This is your notes. You can use whatever thing that you want to put inside your language for you to better understand, because this is just for you to understand, but not for others to understand. Okay, during the revision, when you revise it, at least you can understand what you wrote before. Okay, so this is the notes. Okay, then next thing, the third tips. This one very important. Okay, I have to emphasize it. Past year question in STPM, it is very important. So what I recommend you to is you try to get one book. One book is enough. Okay, whatever it is. Usually they will have a few years question, and it is according to the topic, susun by topic. Okay, so because when you just finish a chapter, then you can go just for the practice in that chapter. So for me, past year question is the best practice. Okay, to tell the truth, actually what I did is just the past year question. I usually did not do extra question from other book. So past year question is enough. If you are better, if you done already, you want to search for more question, try to get the past year papers before this 2013, 2014. That year of paper is more difficult than the current paper. Okay, so you can try to get from the teacher or whatever. Okay, so this is the past year essay that I write, so you can see. Usually what I will do is refer to the MPM website, the suggested scheme they give, okay, and do not only trust by your book answer behind, because sometimes the answer given is not so correct, even though the NPM website also. So we have to do wisely. If you really don't know, just go to ask your teacher. Okay. So that's all for the tips in physics, and hope you can get your result, good result, and you can eventually go for the university and your course and the course that you want.
Hello there. By any chance you are a newcomer to our physics streams, so welcome to physics stream. And I would say that this stream is one of the smallest group in our school, where there are only 10 students for my batch. So I hope that you will have fun in this stream. I will tell you what you have to do to survive in physics. The first things first, it will be about derivations. Physics is a subject that involves a lot of calculations, which means that you have to know all the theories behind it. Let's say derivations from each of the formula. Since every chapter they will have at least one or two derivations, you must know how to do all of them, or just memorize them in general, because it will be helpful when it comes to your exam. The second tip will be regarding our school report. So for physics, you have to write at least maybe around 6 reports every semester, and for all the reports you must always use the school given test pad. So for example here, I have one from the school test pad. You see there's a school logo here. You can get this test pad from the school's koperasi, which is near the canteen that you can check it out when it comes to college. The last tip will be how to score an exam, which is you must always do your past year paper, because every year they will always come up questions similar to the past year paper. That's why all of us, they will always drill the past year paper, because it's important. When you get familiar with all the way they come up questions, it will be easier for you to answer in the future. In conclusion, physics is quite a tough subject when you have not prepared for it and you don't have that much interest when it comes to physics. So I believe that we should always hold that kind of interest in physics before we come to the physics stream itself, because if you don't have that much interest, usually you might just fall asleep in class, which actually hinders a lot when it comes to the learning process. And remember, don't hesitate to ask for help. We have two of our best teachers in our school, which is one Sarah and one Suhaili. They are our two physics teachers, since we are usually only have 2 classes for physics. And remember, you can always find your seniors for any inquiries or you need any help when it comes to the subject itself. I hope that at the end of the day you will still stay in Ktesa after all the things that you have went through in the physics stream. So good luck!